stuff. Let me get my stuff. Ain't that what? That's what Bridget say. Bridget say, "Let me get my
Get your
stuff. Let me get my
stuff.
stuff. Get your stuff. Get your stuff." He got his way. He got his way. He got his way. Wait a minute. I'm getting it together. Let's get it together.
Oops.
I had to come and sit on the bed and kick
I
it for
tell
this
you,
one.
you walk through the garden at night. Ooh. Mm.
Oh my
But
God. What's up, my
you,
brother?
you talked right about a Lady Louise, though. They definitely should have been more people there. I was
Oh, it
looking
should
at
have been.
that. Yeah,
It should have been. It should have been without question.
yeah,
It was horrible.
yeah,
It was such a poor reflection on us as a denomination
yeah.
and as an organization. And like I said, I mean, you know people were not, you might have said, oh, this is my first lady, blah blah blah, but people were not, they weren't checking for first ladies before Louise became our the first lady of our church. They just the honest to God truth.
Right, right.
It's just, and even if the men did not come in the numbers that they should have, the women should have definitely been there without
She's the
question.
only first lady that I actually remember. What I can't remember like Owens and Ford, and she's the only one that I remember. Yeah,
Exactly. And she was, and you didn't even, prior to her, you didn't even pay attention to them. They sat up there next to the supervisor, but you didn't pay attention to them.
no,
you know
no.
and Mother Owens, no, she would look nice, but she was just a very different type of woman,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
and then um Deborah Mason Patterson, she was, she sang and was in the choir and in a robe. And
Mm.
Mary Pete, who he married after Deborah Mason died, I think she was the first lady, maybe uh, 3 or 4 years. And
Mm.
she would travel from Memphis to the convocation on Amtrak, and with all her stuff in a hefty garbage bag. And actually, how I know because I be the one there at the
Pick it
train
up.
station to pick her. I was like, girl, why you got yourself
Mm.
in these trash bags and stuff? I couldn't
Oh
even
my
believe
goodness.
it.
Mm, mm, mm.
Right. Whew.
Mother Lou would
So,
have never.
oh God, oh God. They drive well. Gilbert didn't like to fly, so
Yeah.
that's why he had that big bus. He
Mm,
had that
mm.
big mobile bus,
Oh,
and
okay.
that would follow him, and that limousine.
Wow.
She traveled by limousine when he was presiding bishop.
Well, hey,
That
yeah.
was it. That was it. The shit, they were bad.
They were bad.
So
Yeah,
they
they
was
were.
bad. That was my girl. That
But you
was my
handled
girl.
yourself well. I thought you was gonna cut up and really go viral, but you
I
didn't.
really don't make me laugh. I'm serious. When I was standing
Yeah.
down there, like I could not move. Like I
Mhm.
really could not move. Like, dude, if I had moved, I think I would have fainted.
Yeah.
I think I would have collapsed. And
Mm, mm, mm,
that would have been a
mm,
mess,
mm, mm.
you know. And so I don't know, man. It was just like, I mean, I know people, they gonna talk or whatever and they not gonna like, and that's fine. But
Yeah. Well, at
at a
least
moment
you
like
were
that,
there. You had other bloggers who were trying to push out false information, give information. They wasn't even there. They wasn't
When are
even
they
there.
ever? When are they
Right.
ever present?
Calling her Aunt Lou, those of us who know her, but you wasn't even there.
Oh wow. See, I'm gonna be quiet because I don't know. I don't follow the other folks, and so, but you know, you got to have some change or create a way to have some
Right.
change to
Just
keep up
make
with
it.
the Church of God in
You
Christ.
do.
Because,
You do.
baby, this is the Church of God in cash. This, and so you
somebody
got.
said somebody said it was the Church of God in Clark's.
You think so?
I,
I don't.
they were just being
I
messy.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Mm.
I got to deal with that clothing thing. You know, I was waiting for Sister Lou to get in the ground before I do my best dress, worst dress.
Mm.
Folks have already started sending me some pictures in, so I've got to. Whew,
What did
I
you
just didn't know.
think about the services actually? Because it seemed kind of solemn to me. It's what it shows me? They don't have church like GE used to have church at Temple of Deliverance no more. And that's gone because they had church at Temple of Deliverance.
Yeah, they used to have church. Um, I'm gonna be frank with you. There was a
Yeah.
heaviness that I could not understand. There was a heaviness um at both services.
No
And I really
oil.
couldn't understand
Shout and
why.
Gale. Yeah, no oil, baby.
I could not. I really could not. I just did not. Now I will say this. Um, Lou had her moments that she would put her hand on her hip and maybe strike out and speak in tongues,
Okay.
but
Okay.
but she was not no jumping and shouting and hooping and hollering, kind of a first lady. So I
Yeah.
expected her service
Yeah.
to be or reflective of who she was. So I didn't expect it to be a whole lot of that. But I think that Milton should have made that service as close and as possible to what Temple of Deliverance services used to
You
be.
know what? You
They
know
He
what I
should have
would have?
had an orchestra.
That's right.
He should have had
That's right.
and
Yep.
everything the way Gilbert did it.
Right.
That should have been the way that it was executed. And then now I understand that we got the screens now. I understand that we got the screens, but
Was the choir behind the screens?
no, the choir, there was a praise team that came up, and they had mics, and then the
Yeah, I
choir
saw that.
was off to the side
Oh,
in
so
one of those
yeah. Okay.
bays.
Oh,
And so I thought that that was horrible. I think that
yeah.
even if they were going to do it like that, they should have they should have had to come down and assemble and be
Mm-hmm.
full voice.
Mm-hmm.
But that screen, that LCD screen, is now in
Yeah.
front of the choir stand. So that's why that whole platform is so much smaller than what it was before. So that could have, I don't know if that should have been raised, because you know, that could have been up, and then the choir could have been, but it just,
They
I
done.
mean, it wasn't even it should have been a national choir. And then what you call it
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Who? Yeah. What was Myron?
I guess he was somewhere with you having a glass of
No,
wine, because
he was on vacation. He really was. He posted it. He was out on the beach somewhere. Yeah.
they naming names, Cat. Yeah. When, I don't even want to say that. Y'all, I'm still in this church, but I didn't even want to say she was horrible.
She was horrible. It's like, and then why did he put her up there? I don't know. I don't understand.
I
I
don't know
know.
why they put her. I guess maybe because Louise was the first lady and his wife is the first lady. I don't know. And then they came behind it and they put Yolanda up, who's his district missionary.
Yeah,
And she tried to,
there was
you know,
nothing
rebound.
there. There was nothing there with her either.
It, yeah.
The
And I like
only,
Yolanda.
let me tell you, the only thing I felt, Mother Kelly was funny as usual. You know, she was within the guidelines. She didn't go too far off, so she was fine. But Marvin Winans was the one for the Marvin brought it in, but of course
Marvin was
Hines shut
good.
that down quick.
I enjoyed Jean.
Oh, is that
I
her
enjoyed
friend? Which one was
that's the one
Jean?
that had the stroke because she was with the twins all the time.
Was she
And that's the one that
talking
had the
down?
stroke.
She was at the bottom talking.
And she was at her seat
Yeah, yeah, okay,
right then.
yeah, she was good. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah.
talked about when they was is that Lou was gonna put her in the poorhouse trying to keep up with
Right,
Louis.
right. Don't
I
keep up with the
enjoyed
Joneses.
I enjoyed her thoroughly, but
Mm.
it wasn't reflective of her level of contribution. It was just
Yeah,
it just and the even our the national service was dry.
it
You
was.
know,
It was.
it was
But like I
it
said,
was, and
Marvin
I
was
didn't.
the
But
one.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't like that song that Marvin sang.
Well, I mean, I've heard him sing that song. He does that medley with his praise team. Now they rock that thing. But it may not have been 100%, but it was better than what was being presented. But Hines came right behind him and said, "Let the church say yes,"
Now
and it was
Daryl was
over.
good. I mean, I'm gonna tell you that light skinned girl that sang that V. Michael McKay song. That what's the
Yeah,
big
she
old
was
girl
good.
from Houston?
Jesus.
She
Yeah.
was good. Jesus,
Yeah.
jeez, she was good. And then I'm gonna tell you that girl with them horrible extension braids that was almost
Don't you talk about Myrna Summers?
every one of those braids was like an inch away
They was
from each
running
other.
away from each other. They was
Oh
gone,
my
gone,
God.
gone.
I was like, why would she even do that? She should have just put on a wig.
That's what
But
I
she
said. I
sang
slapped a hat on, a wig,
something.
borrowed
But
somebody.
she sang before Drew preached. She
Yeah.
sang. She
She should have
sang.
asked Karen, "Can I borrow your hat for a minute?"
Then wasn't it horrible? Jesus. And she came in just twisting
Mm.
and dragging that leg. It's something real seriously wrong with her leg.
Oh, with her leg. Mm.
Yeah, that emphysema, whatever it is. I mean,
Lymphedema.
yeah, she would just be dragging that poor thing. She'd be dragging that leg.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna even touch it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm not
Mm-mm.
gonna touch it. I'm gonna just give you a hint.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen a picture of those two together,
Which two?
Lou and Karen?
No. 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 No.
As many pictures as they both have taken
Mm-mm. Not
with other
together.
people, you have never seen one.
No.
I just want to be
Mm-hmm.
clear because I wonder, do people really like me? Do they sit back and really pay attention
But like
to?
you said, there was a lot of undercurrent stuff going on, and you can tell because there was no spirit.
Yeah, you
Everybody
could
was like,
feel. You could cut the tension with a
"Yeah,
knife. You
yeah."
could cut it. Yeah,
Everybody
it
was
was.
like, "Let me do this because I have to do this." But let me tell you, I don't care what any of them say. I feel the spirit to this day turning on G.E. Patterson. Listen to
Oh yeah.
listen to First Lady Lou introduce him. After he passed. you still feel it. I couldn't feel none of that. None of it.
Mm-mm.
And I got the Holy Ghost. See, I'm PAW holiness. Used to be.
As he pours some more wine, as you take communion.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, but
and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It made her death even that much rougher.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a uplifting, you know, I left out feeling heavy and burdened.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I didn't
you know,
leave. My spirit didn't feel lifted, and oh well, she's gone, and oh, but it
yeah.
was just this wonderful certain. No, I don't. I had never. I was like, are we at a Baptist church? Is this
Yeah.
a, you know what I'm
It
saying?
felt
I
kind of
just
CME, AME ish, little Methodist. It did. It really did.
Zion,
Yeah.
A&E
Zion,
Zion. It just
AME,
yeah,
African, that's my grandma church, African Episcopal,
Methodist
AME, whatever.
Episcopal,
Yeah.
whatever they are.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really.
Ray Bishop, Joyce Rogers' funeral was the bomb. I mean, that was
Yeah,
it.
they put Joyce away. We put Joyce away at what was it, at Potter's
Potter's
house.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
But like
Yeah,
someone
her
said about
funeral.
Judith McAllister being there, they should have put Judith. Judith could have brought in, like, I know you don't like all what she does, but you know, GE and Luke, they were like distinguished gospel, you know? And Judith brings that.
No, I'm gonna tell you who should have come. Iris.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Now
Iris
that's
Stevenson.
who he
Mm-hmm.
loved, and
Yeah.
that was his music
Oh.
department president. And
Really?
Iris,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she
he
was, yeah.
appointed. Yeah, because Bishop Owens had Livonia
Right.
with the
Yeah.
snatchback
Yeah.
from Chicago. I
Yeah.
love Livonia. And then when Bishop Patterson came in, he put Professor Iris Stevenson.
Yeah.
And see, she's retired. So I don't know why, but Iris should have did that music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iris should have done, and you know that whole. I mean, they even did a CD. You know, Moses. I don't know, and see, I can't even. I don't even know. See, Man Shahan. I don't know who was on the organ. The
Mm.
whole thing was just off both
National or
days.
local? Because national musicians sounded better than the local. Whoever was, I think there was a difference. I heard a difference between services.
I
But
I wish what you call it. Mance was his organist for years.
mm,
And he could have played either Mance or Daryl Blake, um,
Ye-
Daryl
uh,
Blakely, and
Blakely,
then
yeah, Derek
what's his
Derek
name?
Blakely.
What's his name from Toledo, Ohio? Uh, oh God,
Oh,
Curtis
Derek Blakely was on the
Daniels.
piano. Was he?
Curtis Daniel.
Hmm. They said
Curtis
Derek was on
Daniel
the piano.
is, I don't know. See, I didn't even
Hmm.
see Daryl, and I couldn't even see where the musicians were. I just and see my
Moses. They
like
should
I
have brought
said,
Moses in there.
well, see Moses and Lou never. I don't think they ever forgave each other
Oh,
over that DVD that tribute concert.
oh.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
yeah, I don't. Mm-mm. But Moses is bad on that organ.
He
Now
is.
Moses is, oh yes, that Moses Tyson is bad.
Mm,
That
mm.
Moses Tyson and that Curtis Daniel. Curtis Daniel can change the whole atmosphere of a service. Because
Yeah.
I remember one year at my church, we uh uh what's that boy's name that prophesied
Brian
all the time?
Carn.
Brian Carn. He was just struggling,
Mm.
baby. He flew Curtis in the next day, and we had to get him from the airport. and he had to walk right in and get on the organ. The whole atmosphere of the folks of the whole
Oh,
thing
Derek
just changed.
Jackson was on the piano. Okay.
Who's
Mm.
Derek Jackson?
He be playing at the National. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
He was at the
him.
local. Hmm. Something. Maybe I don't know. That's
It
just my
wasn't. It
thoughts.
was not.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. It was. It wasn't. It was. Mm-mm. It was
Thais
just.
said Twinkie could have came, but she got to get permission from Jackie.
Y'all so. I don't know. Where were they? None of them. The only Clark was Karen, and she was the only
Twinkie must
one that was
be
there.
still in Aruba spending Beyonce's money.
I don't know, but are they still perform? Well, she was. Was she at? Was she at her sister's thing?
That's a good question. I don't know if I've seen any, because she wasn't at convocation, right? Twinkie. I saw Jackie up there. I didn't see Twinkie.
You know, I just didn't even pay attention.
I thought
Was
I
she
saw
there?
Jackie up there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jackie's there
Dorinda
because
was
I
there.
think Jackie is Karen's adjutant.
Oh, is she? Okay.
I think so
Mm.
because she's always with her. I can't remember. I can't remember if Twinkie was there or not.
You're talking about the funeral or at the convocation?
I'm talking about a convocation.
Oh,
I
yeah. I
know
don't
she
think
wasn't at the
Twinkie was
funeral.
there. Mm-mm. And then Dorinda wasn't at the funeral because they said she was celebrating her anniversary somewhere.
Yeah, but her anniversary was the week before, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Wasn't it on a Saturday night the week before?
I don't know. Maybe they went somewhere for a week.
Oh, she must have went on a vacation or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure. I don't know. Because I don't keep up with them like that, so I have no idea. But all of that was, all of that stuff. You when you have somebody like Louise, that all of that stuff just stands out.
Yeah,
Now,
it really.
I would have liked to have seen Pamela Hines. I think Pamela Hines would have been a better expediter of the service than Catherine.
Is that Daryl's wife?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she would have been better.
I'm just, I want to get what Bishop shared with his eulogies. They just all run together for me. I don't know if it's the same template or I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Why do you want me to get put out at the door?
No,
You just
I love them. I love them, but I'm just like, I don't
I
know.
think that
I don't.
they have improved though.
You think so? Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Where was Crystal Rucker? They could have called them Ruckers in. They could have called them. I would have called some heavy hitters in. Beverly Crawford would have brought her back, have her holler a little bit.
Yeah, but she's not Church of God in Christ. See, we
GE
needed some
still loved her.
people.
GE used to have
Did
her
he?
come sing,
Oh, did he?
and she sung at his funeral.
She sure did.
At least Myrna
She
didn't
sure.
argue this year, telling the choir that they wasn't right, singing the right note. Remember, like GE's, she told the choir to stop. That ain't right.
Yeah, she did put on. She sure did. I
Right.
wanted to hear.
Marvin
I
ain't
want to
COGIC
hear
either.
what you call should have. They should. We should have brought Sarah Jordan Powell out of
Yeah.
retirement.
Is she still alive?
That's I knew she was still
I
alive.
don't know if
No,
she's still alive.
don't put Sarah Jordan Patterson in the. But I just love. So, what was some of the comments? What was some of the people saying? Because
I
I
know they were
talked
talking.
about a lot.
Yeah, they were talking about now going back. I know somebody had mentioned that that's this money thing with Morton. Morton don't want to relinquish that money. That's
What
why
money
he
is
keeps
it?
he. He done set himself up. He retired, but that the offerings didn't retire from Full Gospel. They never gonna just give it up like that. So I think
Mm.
now it's the COVID has lost. All these preachers have lost their mind because their funds are low.
his thing is just so insignificant. I'll never forget when um when Bishop Ford said no, no, no. He got up and hollered when that man was trying to come back into coaching. And
Yeah,
he was dead set, adamant, vehemently against it. And then he brought, and see, that's where we got all of this Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck Bishops,
right,
because
right.
he went to making Lottie Dottie and everybody that would give him $5,000. He went to consecrating them and making them bishops, and he's just made a mockery of the bishopric.
Yeah, he did.
He really did. It's just pitiful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
The
And that
questions.
whole thing is just gonna collapse.
Yeah, it really is. Like you said, it's on life support. You
It's
don't hear
on life
anything about
support. Yeah, and who
it. Who
cares?
cares
Full
about it.
gospel.
Right, right.
Yeah, who cares? Oh, go away. Ugh. It's significant. It's so non-consequential. First of all,
When you
why y'all even arguing about who's gonna be a bishop? It don't even matter.
well,
It
they
don't
the
even.
ones
It,
that started Mickey Mouse, as you say, Mickey Mouse and Donald
that's
Duck.
when he started. He started it. He started that whole insignificant organization, a off brand, and they
Yeah,
so off.
yeah,
Have you ever just dealt with them? They off brand and they off.
yeah,
All of those
yeah.
preachers are just off and
Like you said,
crazy. It's
five
something just like
shouting
it's
hell,
something
five
off
member
about them.
churches. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a little Sunday school class, little missions. Ugh, I just can't stand it. Who even says? Do they put the title that when you pass by the church is full gospel even on the sign?
A lot of the churches, I don't think say it.
Yeah, because they don't want to be associated. Don't even want to be a part. Baby, they hurry up. I don't care what it is. If it's a storefront, they gonna hurry up and put that COGIC on there, baby.
Right,
They
right.
gonna put it. They gonna put it on there with
Mhm.
with a badge of honor and pride.
That's a shame.
It's, it
Mm.
is. It's so sad and pitiful. So they don't want that man. What was the man's name that they don't want to be a bishop? What's the man's name? He don't want that man to be a bishop.
Yeah,
And he was gonna jump
who
on.
is it? Who
It's
is it?
the wait a minute, that boy Royal or whoever this person is, they just told us.
Oh,
Daquan or Deshaun or
oh.
Daquan something. Is he don't want him to be a bishop. And I mean he's hell bent against it. Okay, the man Royal Thompson. Royal Thompson then told us. I'm trying to scroll back to see. I ain't got my glasses on,
Mister,
and I can barely
you
see.
need to just tell us again in the
Oh,
comments.
wait a minute. I think the man is on the thing. The
Is he
man
on
that they
there?
don't want to be. Wait a
What's his
minute,
name?
child. The man, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Jaquan, you are on here, and they
Paquan
fighting you
DeAndre
again.
Williams?
Yes, I think that's the man that they don't want to be a bishop.
Speak now, forever hold your peace, sir.
Oh
That you?
my God, that's why he's on here laughing. That is the man.
Mm. I figured they
Wait a
was trying to
minute.
make Jamal Bryan a bishop or something weird like that.
Well, what
What's
do
up
you
with
think
him?
about him wanting to sell? He wants to
He
do cannabis.
he wants to grow some weed at the church.
I think he's just saying something controversial to
I
make
know. I'm
people
so
think.
tired of him trying to be Martin Luther King, trying to just say, he says things for controversy. He wants to stay in the news cycle. I swear he does all this for clicks and views. I swear he does. You a pastor of the biggest, like you say, the one of the biggest churches and blah blah blah. But
I
you
think this man's name is Daquan. I think he is on this live, and I want him to join the live and tell us what's going on with him and why
no,
they don't want him to, why Paul Martin don't want him to be a bishop. That man is on here, boy.
they
That's
done
his.
let worse be bishops
I'm
and
trying to
full
tell.
gospel.
Now, let's be clear.
I want to be a bishop. Make me a bishop. I ain't even got a church, and
Oh,
most of them ain't got churches.
you a be all right.
Most of them ain't got no churches, and
I'm
they
gonna be a
bishops.
bishop in Church of God in Christ. You mark
Yeah,
my words. I'm
I
gonna be
believe
one.
you. I'm gonna come to your
I'm gonna be.
installation. I'm coming.
That's it to my consecration when I be
Your
consecrated.
consecrate. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
I'm gonna be consecrated in
He
Memphis
said, no, that's
in
not
the
him.
work. Oh, he said
He
that's
said it
not
ain't him.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the man's
We need
name?
the
Royal
man's
said it.
name.
We need the man's name. I'm trying to go back through these comments and see what he said.
Mm.
That is you. That
He
is you.
he said it ain't him.
That's him. He just don't want to be.
He
He's
don't want to go be on
staying.
live.
Okay, wait a minute. What is Okay, I'm gonna ask Royal.
Modern
What's the man's
Reverend
name?
Jesse Jackson. He want to be Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Oh, stop talking about my Morehouse brother
Mhm.
like that.
I mean, I don't dislike Jamal. He's fine. You know, he's fine with me. I don't care. But it just seems like he says things to really just get in the news, and it's a little tiring. It's a little too much sometimes. Yeah. Who's having?
I don't know how I forgot his name. That I'm asking him, what is his name? Yeah, I think that maybe the whole tactic of um, um, of being controversial
Yeah.
and trying to attempt to make people think. Now, the
Right.
only part that I'll be honest with you, the part that kind of troubled me about the whole entire statement was that he kind of, whether he didn't realize it or not, he kind of called out black men.
Yeah.
He kind of made it seem like black men are, we all smoke weed. you know
Well, I can tell you this: don't go in some musician pits at these churches. All you gonna smell is weed. I had to tell a musician that used to play with for me, could you not smoke until after we finish?
and when it stinks so bad,
Yeah.
and it be down in their pores,
Yeah.
and I just
In
think
their
I
clothes and
think
their
it's just,
hair.
oh my God, and it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
horrible. And then it just, when I go home to California, you can just smell it in the air. It's just engulfed.
Yeah.
And then they
And you
send, and then you can be at high end. I was staying at the Ritz Carlton,
mm-hmm.
connected to the JW Marriott, and they was out there, and you could just smell the marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just
Mm-hmm.
can't. You go to Denver, and it's just in the air.
Well, I'm in California, so it's everywhere. It's everywhere
Ugh,
here.
it was just
Yeah.
terrible.
Now I'd rather smell
It-
that than cigarettes, but yeah. Yeah, they got their medical card shouting, Gail. Everybody got a card. They can get a card right off. A friend of mine just printed off a card off of the internet. I'm like, what ailments you got again? Oh, my back or something. I said, oh, okay. All right.
mm,
Yeah.
it's horrible. I can't even take it. But I don't know. I don't. I.
Yeah, drummers,
Mm.
church drummers. That's all they do is smoke.
Oh yeah, they it's smoking screw. Oh, I can't even
And you know
stand it.
them Oakland musicians are too much for me. They
Oh
ruthless.
yeah, like Isaiah, my little nephew with his bad self. That's all he do is go, and
Mm-hmm.
then they go outside and smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna go
Mm-hmm.
outside in between the service and smoke a joint, and then
Yeah.
come back in.
But you know what?
I
It ain't no
can't.
different than the Baptists going out after they sing and go to over there and smoke. Mm-hmm.
Mm. See, I've never been Baptist. See, I wouldn't even. I don't even go to Baptist funerals.
Right.
I wouldn't even go to.
Entertain
I think the
me.
last Baptist funeral I went to was Carl Anderson over there
Oh, okay.
at St. John.
Mm, mm.
I think that's the last
Yeah,
one of them.
because if you're gonna keep me at a funeral for 3 hours or more, I need you to really be doing something.
Mm,
Not just having no Baptist fit. I need a real one.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that. We talked about Derek Hutchins. So what do you think about Spreewell being put out of this church already?
Well, that was funny because
Or what you call it, Mark? MDL Clark asked me, "Am I going to Orlando next week?"
what's in Orlando?
That's where Derek Hutchins' funeral
Oh,
is
the
gonna
funeral.
be.
You going up? You ain't going. Don't go.
He said,
Send
"Don't go."
your condolas. Send your condolas.
Yeah, I'm gonna send my resolution.
Send
I'm
your
gonna have a
resolution.
resolution. I need to start making sending a resolution.
Make sure they read it. This is from the obnoxious television.
Obnoxious media, Sir William McCray.
There you go.
Whereas,
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
send my resolution, Joe.
Who got a whole husband? He says he treated you like he
Who got a whole husband?
he's somebody shout and get who you talking about? Oh yeah. James Cleveland always had a cigar and some cognac, you know.
Well, that's why he sounded like that. And it was an old molester, child. Don't tell me nothing about it.
Mm. But you know, this
It
is like I
sounded-
was sharing with somebody. This stuff ain't nothing new. I was PW, our Bishop McMurray, you know.
oh, from
Noel Jones
LA.
took over his church. He
Greater
used to be drunk.
Bethany.
Greater Bethany,
Oh,
the
yeah.
community church. He used to be drunk. He had
Was he a
a
drink?
drinking
Was he
problem.
a drink?
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
He
But
used
he
to be
could
in the
preach
back.
the hell out of you,
He
baby.
can preach. And that choir was gonna sing you to death.
Hey,
Jonathan Greer was
wait a
gonna
minute.
wear
Who
you
was that
thin.
PAW? You remember First Apostolic of Inglewood?
First
What
app,
was that? What was
Bishop
Wanda's
Wayne
husband
Davis.
name? Baby,
Wanda
that nigga
Wayne.
hit him in the head with a hammer at the.
Sure did. Sure did.
Woo, he was out there at the park trying to have, and
Yeah.
it got him killed, baby. That nigga hit him and bam! Woo, could you imagine a whole hammer going?
Yes, he did. First app used to hop though. It used
Oh
to
yes,
hop
they
down in
did.
Inglewood.
Ooh, and Wanda would be preaching with them hats on.
Uh-huh.
She told me,
Uh,
she said, hey, she said, McCray, she sat down. She said she sat on the steps when they killed that man. She said, I don't know what we gonna do now. And then the new man she married put her out of her own church. Wasn't that
I mean,
terrible?
wasn't that Weeks?
Yeah,
No, that
no.
was
What was that
Turner.
man's name?
Turner.
She married because she loved gay men. She married another gay man.
Some women just do, William. Some women
Yeah,
just
they
do.
just like gay men. They like that
Yeah,
homosexual
his last name
spirit.
was Turner.
And she married another gay one, and he put her ass out. And now got a new woman sitting up there, and they still got their church.
Do they?
And she lives here now.
Is she there or is she LA? Because she's with her sister, her daughter, right? She's with what's her
Well,
name?
last I knew, she was living in Atlanta.
Okay, I think she's didn't she have moved to Sacramento? And I believe I thought she was with her daughter, unless her daughter lives in Atlanta now.
Oh, I don't know. The last I knew, she was here in Atlanta because she preached over there at Angelique's church. But that's been a few years
Yeah.
ago, so I don't know.
Like how you said, they
But
got
she
that
was just
cherry.
so displaced when that man put her ass out. I mean,
She
put
was.
her.
She was. Yeah, that's what I thought, Ray Bishop. She's in LA. They got that Charity Greenleaf spirit. Yeah, unfortunately, they want them
Oh, so
men.
she's back in
Yeah,
LA. Well, she was here for a little while.
yeah,
She was here.
yeah,
You know, everybody come to this Atlanta.
yeah. But she's gotten older now, and
She was
yeah.
at New Birth. That's exactly right. I know what I'm talking
Oh,
about. Ray
she was at
Bishop. I
New
want to
Birth.
tell you thank
Okay.
you for your confirmation. I
Gotcha.
know she had her ass here. When that man put her out of, she called him a such and such. But
Sure
Wanda
did.
could preach.
Wayne Davis was the only one that laid me out in the spirit. Just that I was gone. Only one.
That was that foul demonic spirit that had attacked you.
I felt it. I felt that thing.
It
I felt
engulfed you. Hey, have you ever
it.
have Matthew Stevenson ever had laid hands on you?
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
good. Good, you haven't been contaminated.
And he look a little spooky now. He done lost a lot of weight. He wearing them old Egyptian clothes. Well, Bernard, you see Bernard and your best buddy Juanita laid hands on him the other day. They put the prayer robe around him, and they shawl, and
Around
they
who?
around Matthew Stevenson. They was in New York.
They was
Juanita
probably trying
and
to get that demonic spirit up off of them because it's see, they all start going when they getting ready to die. You know, they all start going to Bernard so he can call in them witches from Africa. Try, baby,
I the
what
Hunda
was the
Handa
man's name?
Piche. Yeah.
Eddie Long didn't believe in speaking in tongues, honey. He was speaking in
Until he got
tongues
ready to
and
die.
everything else when he was getting ready to
Right.
die. Called in Bernard Jordan. They went over there to Honduras or over in Africa somewhere,
Mm,
and he
mm.
was dealing with them. I told him, I said, slap that nigga in his chest and call the Holy Ghost.
I remember that he was up there shouting. I remember he was thin as a rail up there trying to shout. I said, "Oh, he trying. He
He was
trying."
trying to live, baby.
Mm-hmm.
He was fighting to live. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Did you remember that girl? That girl when he died, she went to New Birth and took her whole ass out and bent over and took a picture at the New Birth sign and said that he was dead and he could kiss her behind.
Who was this? Who
It
was
was some
this?
little demonic heifer. I don't know who she was. Ooh, and that picture circled around and circled around. Because she
Mm.
thought it was so awful that he had been,
Oh, that's
molesting them
horrible.
children.
That's
Yeah,
horrible. Mm.
it was awful. She sure did. I'll never forget. That used to be on the internet. If you
Mm.
Google it, it's
Mm.
on
Yeah, I'm gonna
there.
have to Google that.
Yeah, it's on there. Let me see if I can find
Let
it
me
for you. Show y'all what
see.
that girl. She sure did. She told the world. Thing. She told. Hey, she told the world.
Mm.
I'm trying to figure out if I think this man Daquan, I think that's
He
you. That they don't
said
want
ain't
to be
him.
a bishop. He said it's not him.
Said it
That is
ain't
him.
him.
Now,
It's okay. You could be a bishop. Coquan, the DeAndre Williams, call you the right reverend. Let me see if
right.
you look. Let me see if you look bishop. Let me
Does he
see if you
look
look like a
bishop? Does he
bishop.
look like he is part of the bishopry?
Yeah. Let me
Does he look
see.
saintly? Does he
Let
look
me see.
sanctified?
'Cause you gotta walk a certain way. Let me see. Kuquan. Well, we're gonna have to change your name too. You're gonna be a bishop.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take that that we're gonna call him Q. We're gonna call him QD.
Mm.
QD Bishop QD Williams,
He got
That's how
clarity.
we'll do that.
Mm-hmm. No, 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 no. He not a bishop. No, no. We not gonna ordain him. You good? You good?
He can't be consecrated. Oh,
No,
he
we're
done
not gonna
already done
consecrate you,
determined.
brother. You all right? We're not gonna charge you the fee.
Oh my God.
You all right?
What did he have on his page?
He just got some pictures and stuff. He out
Oh
of Memphis
Jesus.
though. He over there in Memphis.
Oh, see that. Oh yeah,
He know
he
all the
really ain't
business
no
out there
good.
at Memphis.
He ain't no good at all.
He friends with Thais.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he ain't no good if he out of Memphis.
Can't nothing good come out of Memphis. We
Not
buried
not
everything
that.
good the other day. We buried everything good out of Memphis.
I used to have that picture of that girl.
I'm sure you
I'm
got it
got
in your
to find.
catalog.
I know. See, it's so much stuff over there.
You're gonna have to,
I'm gonna have
put
to
that by
catalog
alphabet.
all of that. We're gonna have to go through, so I can pull up something at
Right,
will
right there, right there.
immediately,
Mm-hmm,
straight way,
mm-hmm.
like the Bible
Straight
said. They
way.
said straight way they went.
Say what you want, Daryl Wallace? Got it. Boom, boom. What you want?
Yeah,
Keon Henderson. Oh, I got it.
immediately.
Don't worry about
Right, right. Let's because see, I have excellent recall. Y'all, I've been on here 2.5 hours. I need y'all to send some money.
it. Oh yeah,
I need
let's
y'all to
get the
give me
Cash
some,
App going.
send the Cash App and send some Zales. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
spend all my money going up there to see about Lou.
Yeah,
I need y'all to, I
some
need y'all to
reimbursement.
re-bless. Yeah, I need y'all to help
The
me. I need you
pastors
to,
asked they saints to send them, so we asking y'all.
right. That's it. I
Yeah,
need some help. I need you to help me. Oh yeah.
come on,
Oh, my
Thais.
pastor's on
We
here. Dr.
shut.
Chad Lawson Cooper is on here. He got plenty of money. I need you to bless me,
Yeah,
Dr. Cooper. Chad Lawson Cooper. Who else is on
pass
here?
the
Oh,
buckets. That's right. Ushers,
yeah.
get the buckets. Close
Shandadidididio
the doors. Close
shalalabasaya.
the doors, ushers.
That's
Don't
it. Oh, we
let
lock
nobody
them.
out.
We lock them. That's it. You ain't no moves unless you coming down
Let you
to the
ain't no
basket.
moving unless you come into the altar. That's right.
That's
And no
it.
movement.
That's, amen. Y'all got to come. Y'all got to help
And like
me. I need you
my
to help me.
one of my pastors, my main pastor, Bishop H.L. Johnson, used to say, and disobedience is as witchcraft.
That's it.
Now we done asked, we done told you to sow. Don't be no
That
witch or
is
no
it. See, I
warlock
like
today.
all of that. I like
Oh,
all
he
of that.
was a mess.
Oh, I like all of that. That's the thing. That's like how all the most sanctified preachers, they scare you, think God getting ready to kill you in the next 10,
Oh
15
yeah.
minutes.
You have you giving all your rent money, your PG&E money, everything.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
it. And that's it. It ain't no sacrifice. You
Mm-mm.
got to give.
You
You
gotta
got to
give.
give until it
You
hurt.
want to receive, you gotta give.
Ah, it's more, the
Deacons,
Bible
how
says more
much money
blessed to
we got?
give than
How
it
much
is
money
to
we got,
receive.
deacons? Gotta ask them
That's it.
so
Let's
they
get to
bless.
counting. Let's get to counting because we don't reach a quota. I gotta go some more time. I'm
Mm.
telling you, so we spent money. Do you know that they charged us? The Sheraton is a dump. It should be dilapidated. That Sheraton in Memphis downtown.
I don't
It
stand no.
should be. Do you know they were charging us with taxes? It was $200 a night for Sister
At,
Lou's funeral
at the Sheraton.
at the
Mm.
Sheraton.
They must have heard what was coming. See, everybody wanted to go back to Memphis. Let's go back to Memphis. Go back to. But Bishop Blake took you out of Memphis because Memphis was gouging the
The
saints.
Lodabar. He
Yeah.
took us up out of bondage.
And they want to go right back to bondage. Talk about, oh,
It's
we glad to be
terrible.
back in Memphis. Y'all so church brained. It's so ridiculous.
Mm-mm.
But I
We
was
can go and see Bishop Mason on April at the April call meeting.
right,
Come to the
right.
April call meeting once a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could our convocation could travel like our other meetings travel.
Just
I
travel.
can't
Yeah,
stand Memphis, and it's a different kind of dumb spirit in that city. And I
yeah.
mean, it's just, I just can't take. They killed Dr. King now. Went
Thais
to
said
that.
there's 25 people in this chat that can sow a seed of $100. Yes, sir. I believe you. There's 25 of y'all in
Yes,
here that can sow a seed of $100.
it sure is. It would be a blessing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Had me in the po house. I had to go up there, and man, that was $400 for those for just 2 nights, and then I rented the van. I rented the van, and then the people didn't even come in like I
Mm.
thought they were. So it wasn't as
Yeah.
many rides. It was
Yeah.
just
I saw them seats. I'm like, can't be that many riders there.
mm-mm.
They said it
It
was
wasn't.
$30 for parking at the convocation. That's crazy.
Hmm.
Mm.
$33 to valet. And then the people that was working the valet, you don't know if they work in the valet or if they gonna rob you
Right.
because they don't even have no uniforms on. They look like talking up, talking about I need your key. I said, you need my
Mm.
key, or if you steal this van, you could, I didn't even know.
Rita Womack. Yeah, has anybody, Jelani says, has anybody checked on her? Where's Rita Womack?
I don't know. The last time I knew anything, she was living in Bakersfield with some boy who was
Right.
supposed to be her son.
She
But she stopped
was.
taking my calls, so I stopped. I don't call and deal with nobody that don't want to deal with me.
And that's
So
only the
I haven't really talked. I haven't talked to Rita since Bishop Blake took her down as the thing. I guess she okay. I can't worry about it. I don't know.
that's
I
only an
have
hour and a
no
half.
idea. I don't call nobody. If I call you two or three
Mm.
times and you don't think enough of me to return my phone call, then you don't want to talk to me. You don't want to be bothered with me. So I'm gonna
I
and let
remember.
you not be bothered.
I think you told me that if I knew of where she was or whatever, and I guess that bishop or whoever she was dealing with sends me a message. He was like,
Oh, he
"I
did.
heard y'all was looking for me on the live." I'm like,
Yeah, we was looking for because she was supposed to be. He was supposed to be our godson or something, and he lived in Bakersfield or something, didn't
"Yeah,
he?
Bakersfield." Hmm.
Uh huh.
She was homeless
So
in L.A. What was she homeless? Mm.
homeless. Child
Mm.
Rita's too mean as hell to ever been homeless. I don't know, but she was having them strokes. She
Mm.
had like two or three strokes or something. So I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. But then and then they said something about she was wandering around and didn't know who she was or
Yeah.
where she was or something. So I don't know.
Mm.
I have no idea. Like, cause that sounded like dementia or something to me.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, dementia, Alzheimer's, something.
Yeah, something was going on. But she be so high on all them different medications. So I don't know. I don't know.
Maria
Like I
Gardner,
said,
she up in the Bay Area. She got some church in the Bay
Maria
Area.
lives in Antioch.
Antioch, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, she should have been at the funeral. You would think.
As much as Gilbert preached her,
Right, right.
she wasn't there.
Doubt it. I didn't see her. I didn't see her post anything. I know she posted about the funeral because I follow her on Instagram, but I didn't see her there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you know,
Oh,
her back and stuff be hurting so bad.
yeah. She's on a cane. I know.
Oh, well, we'll probably never see her
No,
again then.
no. She gonna be right there in
See, when they
Antioch.
start getting them afflictions like that, see, we won't see her again until she in her casket.
They
If
should have
she's
let
on the
Renee
cane.
Winston come and be the exhorter. Rebuilt the church that burned down. Oh yeah, she did. There was a whole scandal behind that church though that Maria Gardner is in. Wasn't there a whole little scandal about that?
No, her husband. Okay,
Mm,
Bishop W. Wilbert Wyatt Hamilton's father had that church
mm,
in San Francisco. That's where they were from.
mm-hmm,
His baby sister, Ruth Lyons, Ruth Hamilton, that married Bishop Langston.
mm-hmm,
Okay, when Bishop Langston was made a bishop by Yvette Flonder, when they got in that organization, that homosexual organization that Yvette had,
mm-hmm.
Bishop Wilbert Wyatt Hamilton went over and padlocked his daddy's church. And so baby sister took Bishop Hamilton to court, and a white judge awarded the church to Ruth Langston, who was
Uh-huh.
Bishop Wilbur Wyatt Hamilton's baby sister. She won the church in court. She died,
Mm.
and Bishop Langston married Maria.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
before, uh, after he married Maria, Moses Tyson's brother,
Mm-hmm.
Bernard Tyson, bought the church for $10 million.
From okay. Yeah.
He bought the church from Elder Langston for $10 million because you remember Bernard Tyson used to be the CEO of Kaiser Permanente.
Right. I
And
remember that.
they wanted to tear the church down and make a parking lot because they had built a Kaiser across the street from the church. And Maria and Elder Langston got the church and bought a church in Antioch and bought that big mansion out there in Antioch. But he would send a 52 passenger bus to San Francisco and bus his members in.
Mm,
And then he died, and Maria got all the money. And see,
mm.
Yvette Flonder was suing Maria.
Yeah, because
And then
Yvette's
And
people.
then some girl contacted me and said that they thought of Maria Garde killed killed them.
Well,
So
well.
I told the girl, I said, girl, why would you say that? That woman they
Mm.
killed that man. And see, she got all the
She
she
just
got all the
knew it was
money.
time to marry him because he was old.
Right.
She
But
knew it was time to
see,
marry him.
that wasn't gonna let her just walk away with all that money without putting
Did
up a
did
fight.
she get it? Did she get any of the money?
I've been trying to find out because I think they settled out of court.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then she must have got
Yes,
a little money then. If they
I
settled out
think
of
she
court.
got some of that change. Cause
Yeah.
see that man spirit and Yvette wasn't gonna get up and just
You
wasn't
ain't
gonna
gonna
let
talk
him,
about my London. I love
Maria just walk away with that money. Like,
mm, 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 mm.
see, I be knowing what I be talking about. I don't just be on this talking.
Guessing and assuming. Yeah. Mm-mm. No, no, no.
See, Maria, baby, what you call? I think Maria had to give Yvette some of that money.
Mm.
She probably had to give her about 3 or 4 million,
At least.
at least.
Yvette, Yvette never looked
Cause
like she hurting. Her and Shirley.
oh, that's a love, ain't it?
That's First Lady Shirley Miller.
Mm-hmm. They was with,
Whew,
as you know, what you call did a thing, and Carolyn, that girl had Carolyn saying, "Don't wait till the battle's over." Shouting, "Oh, see, that's all in Walter Hawkins' crew."
we going to
She
London.
said,
Gotta come.
"Hallelujah, ha, oh,
Hallelujah. Yeah, let's Carolyn.
yeah." That's
Carol King.
Carolyn. That's Carolyn King, baby. That's
We gotta
Carolyn
go with
King.
us. We're going to Donald is doing the conference in London in April. Edwin Hawkins, Music and Arts Global.
Well, who gonna be going over there?
Listen, gospel is
Who's
huge.
who's Donald?
Donald Lawrence. He took over the conference, Music and Arts, for Edwin.
Well, I thought they was just getting ready to have something the 50-year celebration
That's
in
that's
Oakland.
Love Center doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with Donald. That's Deshaun and Love Center.
Who's the pastor of Love Center now?
That's a good question. I
Because they
think
had some dyke that they had given it to, some Liz.
it gave it to a lot of people, but I think it kind of looks like Lynette Hawkins Stevens is acting like the pastor over there now.
Oh, please,
I'm
honey. She don't know
serious.
her name or social security number.
You're not gonna talk about my Hawkins while I'm on this live here.
I love her, but I ain't never known her to be no preacher
Well,
now.
everybody becomes a preacher when it needs to become a
When
preacher.
somebody
Yeah,
dies,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Everybody want to get a revelation. Bless her
You got to
heart.
get them checks when, yeah. I'm a preacher now. I'm a preacher. If my
Mm.
daddy was a preacher
They
and I
should have
wasn't,
kept what's her name and Tremaine. Where is Tremaine?
she's in Sacramento. Tremaine lives in Sacramento.
She's a nurse now, ain't
She ain't
she?
no nurse. She's still running around. Who's she gonna nurse? She need a nurse. No, she still running around singing.
Oh, I love
No,
Tremaine.
Jamie was never. Well, he was a member of Love Center. He was pastor for 2 minutes, and then he left
Well,
Love
see,
Center.
Edwin put him out.
Well, yeah.
Edwin and they all he took all them people to his lordship for brunch and plotted on putting his own nephew out because see, Jamie get what's the boy's name? See,
Jamie.
he wanted all that. Yeah, he wanted all that homosexual spirit to come out.
But you know
He
what?
was going, and see, that's the thing. That's the same thing Kenny Mose did. See,
Right.
see, Kenny Mose tried to stomp out that homosexual spirit,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what
Mm-hmm.
that church was founded on.
Right, right, right. And you can't they Love Center was founded on inclusion and everyone is accepted
Oh,
and you can't all of
yeah,
a sudden
love
just
and accept. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though Walter was for all of that, Walter had an experience and an encounter with God before
right.
the end. And I mean his preaching, his style,
Mm-hmm.
everything changed. He
Mm-hmm.
really had,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was after he got diagnosed with cancer or whatever,
Yeah,
because a lot of times people change once they know they're gonna die.
right.
But it was something that he really had an encounter. I liked Walter.
Me
I
too.
really
I
did.
met, I met him. I
And
brought him here to
he
Fresno.
could preach.
He could.
He could
He
preach.
had a good message. He really had a good message. I met him in
Hmm
2009
He
and
was
then
good.
we were
And
yeah,
then that cancer just ripped through his body.
very
Whew.
fast. Very
It
fast.
did. And then what you call Kenny Moe stood up there and told that lie, and the Lord killed him, I think, in 90 days.
Wait, because he said something at the funeral, right? What did he
Right.
say?
He said he said that if God or something be form or whatever, and evidently it wasn't God because he was out of here.
He was gone.
He had that massive heart attack. He sure did and died. And Kenny then lost everything his daddy
Are
and
they still in the
Peggy
church? They
built.
lost it all.
He lost it all in one whop. The house, the properties, just
Mm,
everything, just
mm,
gone.
mm,
Like
mm.
Peggy and Bishop Mose didn't even build nothing.
Wow, that is amazing. That is awful. That's awful. Mm, mm,
Well,
mm.
he tells so many lies. I hate it. He's my Morehouse brother, but he tells he tells so many lies. And I said you can't lose Peggy's church.
Mm.
And honey, when the news anchors was up there, he started crying, and I said, "Ooh, I just couldn't even take it." And what's his name got
And
plenty of
crying
money.
loud.
And Hezekiah wouldn't even help him.
Well, you don't want to. I mean, you gonna throw a pail of water on a burning building? Why?
Mm,
You bail them out. That's like I heard the church in my old church in San Jose was in foreclosure. But somebody said, yeah, they can go and pay for it, but they don't have the money to keep it. They'll be in foreclosure again in a year or two. So
mm.
why? I'm with Hezekiah. No, no, no. Because the fact of the matter is, these people take up these churches of their fathers, but they're really not anointed to be pastors.
Right. See, he could not keep, and he didn't have the engagements that Bishop Mose had to be able to keep that building like that. I think some Mexicans got it now.
Mm. They will come in and snatch a church.
The handala, yeah, 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 and all of that. See,
they
la
they got my old church.
cucaracha, la cucaracha.
Yes, they
It'd be a
will.
thing. I didn't even know it was Mexicans in Connecticut. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
because Ray Bishop said, and I remember that sitting there. He did prophesy that Jamie would be the pastor, and he
and the Lord
prophesied.
killed him
Yep.
almost
Hmm.
immediately.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because you
We
better
saw
be careful with what
it.
you're
Oh,
saying. It's
hallelujah!
God. He sure did say it. And I
I
remember
love
that the Tremaine stood up and said, "The first lady is back." Baby, they hurried up and had got her the hell out of there.
not back up in here.
Honey, when I do anything, Jamie was having a Bible study at his grandma's restaurant down
Right.
there on in North Oakland at Lois the Pie
And
Queen.
Lois the Pie Queen. Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
that was his grandma.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was Mama Ream's mama, Lois the Pie Queen.
Right.
She could cook.
Mm.
and her and Mama Reem's brother kept that restaurant going.
It's still going, right? I just never been.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Lois the Pie Queen is good.
I want to go.
Yeah, you got to go over there.
Mm,
Her brother still got that restaurant. They had good soul food.
mm-hmm.
But Jamie was over there having Bible study and stuff.
You know, Jamie, I've listened to him. I love Jamie. I love, but I don't know if he has it. It's
Oh, bless
questionable.
his heart.
Not sure.
Give him a chance. Y'all ought to stop.
Well, how many
You got to
years?
give these.
But
Y'all got to
his
give.
wife is really sick, Sonny. Yeah, she's really that cancer is like coming back and forth.
Oh, really? His wife has cancer.
Oh yeah, real bad. And they got 6 kids.
Oh, they like to screw.
Oh, they like to screw and screw often. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what they like step stairs,
Oh
huh?
yeah, they just yeah. hmm And they
Oh,
got
bless their
musical
heart.
talent. And the funny thing about it, the kids are playing the piano, the drums, and guitars, and they gonna be some Hawkins now.
Well, that's it. That was me. First of all, they did what these folks are trying to do. They was doing it back in the 70s. They
Right.
was traveling
Right.
internationally back in the 70s. You
Right.
know, I mean, their imprint in gospel music is forever. And I don't know, we just don't do enough for Tremaine. I just love Tremaine.
I do too. Tremaine want that envelope though. Tremaine ain't coming for you for $2. She want that envelopes.
Mm-mm, baby, she's been a high. She's been up in the thousands for years.
Let me tell you what Tremaine did.
And you remember when she had that Jew as her manager?
And she need to go get him because let me be quiet.
She had a Jew, baby, that was her manager.
Mm.
Tremaine was like $5,000 to $10,000 back in the day by herself.
Yeah, and right now she's at she's she can about 10. You're not gonna get her for it between the 6 and 10. I'm serious. I'm serious.
You just said it's about 10. Oh, so she's still high.
Let me tell you, she came up here a few years ago. I booked her for a friend of mine who was having something, his anniversary for his choir. She came in. She came to the rehearsal. She, and you cannot have any air on. If you have any air on in your church or that building, she ain't gonna stay. She gone. She not even gonna negotiate with you. She gone. That woman sat down there. She taught change to this choir. The husband called me and said, Chris, y'all had the air on in there. She ain't got no voice. She can't sing tomorrow. I said, all right. I said, what? But I told the guy they did have the air on. And I told him, I said, Tremaine ain't playing about her air. If that air conditioner is on in that church, she is not going to perform.
Mm.
She showed
And see,
did.
that's how Luther Vandross was.
Yeah, yeah. They don't. If they got some air conditioning, they're not playing with you. She
I
came.
mean, and baby, you would just sweat with you go see Luther Vandross and sweat would just be rolling off of you like rain. And that's why he would be sweating the way he was. But
Yeah,
I didn't know
and
that.
when I brought her here to a church I was going, well, she did like I brought her here for a Good Friday concert, and she was up there. She must have asked like 5 times, Chris, is the air on? I was like, no, Lady Tremaine, the air's not. And then the guy was running around trying to make sure the air. I said, she goes, Chris, I think the air is on. I said,
You sound just like her. Oh, she's very authoritative. She
oh
got
yeah,
that spirit of Ernestine. See, they
and then,
didn't Ernestine.
right.
Ernestine didn't play no games, baby.
Wait a minute. And then the musician turned on that click track. She said, excuse me, what is that? She said, no, 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 I don't do that. Turn it off. And then she was with the drummer. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Pick it up. Pick it up.
That's it. That's it. And she's very authoritative.
Very.
Hmm.
Tremaine don't
Hmm.
play and still don't.
No, no.
He said,
But
Chris,
at
the
that
air is
level
on.
of talent and gift, you're not supposed to.
Right. Yeah, Aretha was like that too. You didn't turn no air on. No, 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 no. Mm-mm.
Oh, who cares with Aretha? And that whole last year, she remember she was running around with her teeth out and stuff. I couldn't even stand
With a fur on.
it. Yeah, with ball gowns and
Sorry,
missing
Thais.
teeth. I couldn't even understand. I couldn't even comprehend.
Then a Zarel with a fur on and no teeth. Come on, Aretha. Who let you out the house, Aretha?
Like this. And why are you all over the country in this bus
Who's
without no teeth in your mouth? Oh, I
your
couldn't
caregiver?
stand it. Taking pictures with Ricky Dillon and stuff. It was just looking like a
Gotta go.
junkie.
He said he gotta
I
don't
couldn't
leave now,
stand
Thais.
it.
Oh, that's
Child,
funny.
they were just where me out. Well, I raised plenty of hell tonight. Thank you,
Yes, you
Jesus.
did. You raised it.
Yeah,
You walked through the valley of the shadow of death, and you raised up the dead.
that's it.
But you know
Oh, they
what?
gonna talk about it. They gonna jump. What is it? Chop it down and
Yeah,
everything else. They gonna. Oh,
yeah.
they gonna do it. It's gonna be on TikTok and everything.
On TikTok.
Yeah, I wish y'all would get that TikTok page taken down because that's not me.
They send me messages on there. I'm like, I know it ain't you. I'm like, y'all too much. Stop it. Stop it.
It is. Oh my gosh. But you know what? They have to do that to be relevant. They have to talk about the sir. They have
Yeah.
to talk about the Duke.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
pay for that.
thank you, Adrian. She's
All right.
thank you,
Right.
Lord.
She
I
sent the
thank
love
God
off.
for Adrian. My
Mm.
Sunday. Thank you.
Come on, send them
Woo.
love offerings in, y'all.
That's it.
There's
Ah,
the
my
veil
no.
and the
Woo, see, I'm
casket
gonna see.
right
I'll
there.
be an old sanctified. I think I'm gonna start me a church.
You might as well.
I
Let
think I
you
am.
still
But
got
see, I'm
one.
gonna be one of them strict pastors. When I tell you to sit down and shut up, that's what I mean. I want you to sit down. I want you to be quiet.
I grew
See.
up in San Jose under Bishop T.A. Price. I've seen the men have men lifted up on the air and throw them out of the church.
Out of the church. That's it. That's it, baby.
I've seen it all. I've
Oh,
seen it all.
yeah. Oh, they didn't play no game. And
No.
see, they were sanctified. They didn't play no games. If you didn't come subject, that was it.
You sent $100, Thais? Is that what you saying?
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Wonderful.
We thank God. Who is this? Oh, Janice said, I was joining your storefront church. I ain't gonna have no storefront
We
church
getting a
ever.
real building,
We
honey.
gonna have a real building. I'm gonna have a cathedral, and I'm gonna have a building that was a church for real. It wasn't gonna be nothing that was transformed into no
Mm-mm.
church.
Mm-mm.
They be in all these buildings and all these strip malls and stuff. Oh, the devil is a lie.
Right. If Dwayne Dawkins got a church, we gonna have one. He is a whole
Oh
porn
yeah.
star. A whole porn star.
But I think he went on and gave up his church for
He just had a service in Atlanta. You didn't go to the service he had? He had a
uh
gathering at the Cupcake Place last week.
at the cupcake place.
Yeah, the Cupcakery or something. He had like a thing. He was up there teaching and preaching and carrying on. Yeah, he trying to start his
It
church
ain't
in Atlanta.
nothing that he could preach and teach. It cupcake. That sounds like he was having something at a porn place or something. What was it? Please,
He was looking for cupcake.
cupcake. Uh-uh.
He liked
That's
cupcake.
a sign. And but see, and he knew that boy that because that's the boy's name, Fat Cat or
Fat
Fatback or
cat.
something like that.
He was looking for some
And
more
then he
cat.
gonna have a service or something like that and name that. See, he ain't learned his lesson yet.
No. Yeah, he was at the cupcakery. He was getting some. He wanted some more cakes. He
Uh,
wanted all the come
See,
through.
that's that foul demonic spirit has consumed him.
They,
See, it's to set up full habitation
mm-hmm.
in him. It just took him over.
Yeah, Trey. He loves cakes.
hmm
Mm.
And knew that boy was recording him. He did that willfully.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
He
did.
did
I'm talking
that
about
will.
that was supposed to be for his pleasure. He wasn't supposed to put it out. That boy
Oh,
took either
please.
pay me or you let me put it on my OnlyFans. That's what he
The
said.
boy was on the thing. The boy only would let him screw if he was able to record.
Right,
That was
right.
his contingency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So try something else. Try lying about something else.
Come up with
Mm-hmm.
another thing, because see, that's not we're not buying that.
Yeah. What'd you do? Did you freeze?
Yeah.
Somebody calling you?
Uh-uh. No, I was trying to send y'all this thing.
Let me
There
see.
we go. Yes, Lord.
All right.
Well, Reverend, we gonna go on because I know you got to get up and go to work and
I
things.
I do. Gotta get up and work in the morning.
In the
All right, everybody.
morning, when I rise in the
In the
morning,
morning.
I'm gonna rise with Jesus. That's how sophisticated Ernestine used to be. She isn't he wonderful? I miss Ernestine Cleveland Reeves. I miss her.
Yeah, I
They
remember
said
her.
Bishop Timothy Clark let him go.
Let who go?
I don't know.
Who let Dawkins go? Oh, who?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they put him out.
I remember Timothy Clark. He came here to preach one time.
Could he preach? He's a big old heavy set dark skinned
Big,
man, ain't
yeah,
he?
yeah. He was a good. Yeah. He was
And see,
good.
I know they had to put him out of that church because he had a lot of Jamaicans and Haitians. So I know that
Mm,
they probably had a problem. Ooh, child, could you imagine? I couldn't even deal with seeing my pastor's whole naked body on the internet. That would just
I mean, everything about him. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't think I could sit under him no more.
oh no, I don't even think I could handle it.
Mm-mm.
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 No, baby, you know what they penis look like and know how he act, know how his body gyrate when he getting ready to
Yeah,
ejaculate. Ooh, child, it's
you know,
just some things that shouldn't even be named among the
you know what?
brethren.
And I don't judge nobody and what they like, but why you didn't put a rubber on? Put a condom on. That's
Because they
my
wanted
biggest
they
thing.
wanted raw,
Yeah,
baby,
he didn't
raw.
put no condom on. Just
And then
there.
they want you to think about their wife and kids. Hell, you wasn't thinking about them. Why am I supposed to think about them?
Then he get
You
online talking
wasn't
about
thinking.
send my wife some cash apps. Why am I gonna
Yeah,
send my wife some cash apps?
right.
No. Tell Fat
So
Cat to
somebody need to
send some
cash
of
app
that
and slap the
content
hell out
money.
of you, and ooh, it was just horrible with an
Yeah,
amateur porn.
yeah,
And then you know what you call and what you call Keon met that boy and was
yeah.
talking to him at the gas station.
Hmm.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that to collapse. Him and Shining.
You didn't see they new
I'm
show,
just
they shows on VH1.
isn't that sad?
Hmm.
It's sad. I think
There's
it's
the cash app,
horrible.
y'all. There's the cash app.
There, Lord.
Everybody follow me here and on YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah,
St. James TikTok. St.
that's
James.
it.
All right,
That's it.
William.
Well, all right, y'all. Well, I thank you.
Later, later. Bye, everybody. Have a good evening. Oh, that show's
See
a
you
hot mess. I
tomorrow.
watch it. I taped it, so I'm gonna go watch it. All right. Oh.
All right.